What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, the franchise guy, coming at you again with another episode of NBA 2K20 My Career featuring Chance Bishop. We're in the second round of the playoffs right now, taking on the Denver Nuggets. Yeah, the Denver Nuggets are in the second round of the playoff right now. You got Paul Millsap. I mean, what a strange team to be going up against. Jamal Murray, Jokic, the Joker, pretty much. That's what they call him, right? I mean, the Joker being outplayed by Jahlil Okafor this year. What Jahlil hold him to 15 points and 6 rebounds, while Jahlil had 25 or 30 something points and 12 boards. I mean, yeah, former Sixers players do pretty well once they leave the Sixers, except Michael Carter Williams, I'm assuming, and Evan Turner, who didn't really do well on the Sixers or when he left the Sixers. Drew Holiday, though, Drew Holiday's made a pretty decent career for himself. He's still around. He's still playing in New Orleans. We traded him for Nerlens Noel, and do you see how that turned out? Noel's no longer a Sixer. He's somewhere. I have no clue where, but hey, he's trying, I guess. He's having his best life. He made millions of dollars to play basketball. He was drafted by the Pelicans and then traded to the Sixers for a player who the fans really enjoyed, the fans really liked, and the fans probably could have used a guy like that still on the team. It's like, why would we trade away a player like that for nobody, really? And then you sit there and we trade away, or I guess we draft Jahlil Okafor, but instead of having a Porzingis or a couple other players that are really good that got drafted after Okafor got drafted. But you know what I mean? It's like one of these things where it's just the Sixers' way of doing things. They always find a way to pick an okay player, but never the great player. And I don't know. Sixers, though, suffered their first loss of the season last night. I mean, technically it's still, yes, so it's last night. It's 3:53 a.m. It's time of recording this episode, or I guess voicing it over, really. But yeah, lost to the Nuggets. Right, that's what it was. No, it's the Suns, the Phoenix Suns. That's who they lost to. You gotta think, in a game like this, would having Joel Embiid have made a difference? I think it would have made a difference. Embiid, someone who can easily drop 25, 35, 45 points. I mean, Shirley was missed. I'm assuming he surely missed down low. I mean, Al Horford, someone who, at 6'10", someone who can play the center position, someone who can man that position when Embiid's out. And, it wasn't even a bad game. They only lost by, what's it, 4 points? 3 points? That was 209, 208 to 212. Or 208, 112, 109, not 200. He's so many points right there. That's like a college basketball game right there, where there's just no defense played. But yeah, so the last undefeated team in the NBA finally has fallen. I mean, the last time the Sixers were 5-0 to start the season off, they made it to the finals. And you got to think that if this Sixers team can stay healthy, that they're going to make the finals. They will run away with the East, hands down. The games they played so far, it's like we got to think, well, they had a lucky win against the Trailblazers. We got to think back. I was like, okay, well, the Eagles a couple years ago had a lucky win against the Giants in a last second field goal. Last second field goal. And you got to think, well, okay, well, hitting a clutch three with seconds left, that's part of the game. That's not luck. That's just part of the game. Every shot is lucky. You make a layup, it's lucky it goes in. You can easily, shoot a layup and miss a layup. But, A play was drawn up and it was executed properly, and it happened. So they've only have one loss in the season. They moved to 5-0 at the time, and now they're 5-1. Next game back they'll have Embiid. They'll be at full strength, and you gotta think like this team has. This is an all-star team. This is the only true super team in the NBA currently right now. You gotta think every team is a duo. You know, every team is a duo. You have Paul George and Kawhi. You have Clay and Curry but none of them are healthy. So it's like Draymond and I don't even know who else is on that team. It's like Draymond, Willie Cauley-Stein currently, so you can see why they're doing so poor. But you got LeBron and Kuzma, and they got LeBron and Davis. You got Kevin Love and whoever the Cavs have. You know. But like you got to think like these players are all on like they all have a co-star with them. They don't have three or four superstars with them. And I'm not calling Al Horford and Josh Richardson superstars, but I'm calling them really good players because that's what they are. They are really good players. They are really dependable, really good players. Josh Richardson can average 15 points a game starting, and that's what we can use from him. Thing is, he's a better defender than JJ Redick. JJ Redick and Josh Richardson can average the same amount of points. Difference is Richardson's a better defender, which instantly helps the Sixers. Al Horford, spreads the floor out more. He can shoot threes. He's a lockdown defender. He can, guard the rim if he needs to. I mean, is his contract expensive? Yeah, it's a little expensive for a long time for a player of his age. But guess what? You know, if the Sixers win a championship this season, no one's going to complain about the next 2 years of his contract. If the Sixers, that's all it requires. It's like the Bryce Harper contract. If the Phillies win one World Series title, that contract was worth it to Philadelphia. It doesn't matter, how many years he has left. Doesn't matter anything. That contract will be worth it if they win a ring. Every contract's like that. Every sports team is like that. Why do you think the Red Sox have all these albatross contracts? Because they all won the World Series. And you know what the GM did? He rewarded all of his players who were on that World Series team. And you see what happened to him? He got fired. He was fired in the middle of the night. And he just, because, he gridlocked that team in a financial chokehold. Now the Red Sox have to artificially trim their roster, which could include trading away players like Mookie Betts. I know I'm crossing sports here, and I'm supposed to be talking about basketball right now, at least if I'm not gonna just talk about the game. But like, you gotta think like all these topics are very similar. They all come together. They're all pretty much the same topic when you get down to it. Get down to the nitty gritty. It's the same topic. It's the same. It's the same thing. And I don't know. I think it's just something that has to be dealt with. That like any team that or any fan base that had to deal with a long rebuild. The Sixers, the Sixers forced the NBA to implement a rule to have a minimum salary cap because the Sixers kept just signing undrafted free agents and putting that team out there and won like 3 games. They stockpiled first overall draft picks or top 5 draft picks, and they hit on two that really matter. Ben Simmons, success right there. Joel Embiid, success right there. Markelle Fultz and Jahlil Okafor, busts. But every team has busts. Every team drafts busts. I mean, look at this. Look at Cleveland. Half their picks are busts. They had Kyrie, LeBron, and outside of those two guys, who they have? Colin Sexton's a little too soon to say if Colin Sexton's gonna be a bust. But who else? Who else have this? who else has Cleveland drafted in the first round that hasn't been a bust? You know what I mean? Like, if you hit 2 out of 4 first round draft picks, that's pretty good odds right there. It's pretty good. But Sam Hinkie did a lot of things for the Sixers, and you have to think that he put him in this position where they are now. But I don't know, maybe I'm just being a biased Sixers fan at the end of all of this right here. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe the Sixers, are gonna come down to reality and they're gonna get blown out, go on a big losing streak, and lose that chokehold over the East. And I don't know. You got to think, what would LeBron be doing if he signed with the Sixers instead of the Lakers? They would have easily made the finals last year. If would they have won the finals? Who knows? If LeBron was on this team, they would definitely make the finals, hands down. Definitely would have made the finals and definitely would have won it with this team. But as you guys have seen, we did beat the Denver Nuggets. We are moving on to the next round of the playoffs. And if you guys like this episode, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. If you guys have missed any episodes of this My Career series, check the playlist down in the description below. It's got all the other episodes. Thanks on YouTube. Peace out, rock on, stay classy, I guess.